just the way that things work out. And my brother wanting to work for a magazine.
It just happens to be the best magazine in town, and it's owned by the Coreys, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. What time was this appointment?
10 minutes ago.
You hope. Rachel does like punctuality.
I hope she likes Sam.
Why wouldn't she? I mean, they're both creatives types.
Well, being my brother, I hope he's at his creative best.
I think maybe it's best that she doesn't know that for right now.
I don't think I would want to be there when she finds out.
Why? It could be fine. Well, it could, couldn't it?
See, this design here stems from a painting I did a couple of years ago.
Oh, wait a minute. I thought you told me that your paintings had nothing to do with layout.
Well, there's bound to be a certain influence, but I'd still rather be judged on my work as a layout artist.
And I'd rather see your paintings. Where are they?
You can't see my paintings.
Why can't I see your paintings?
Because I do my paintings for me, not to get a job.
Let me get this straight. You come over here, you criticize Brava. I ask you for a suggestion. You talk about a layout in terms of one of your paintings.
Yes.
Yet I can't see the paintings.
Right.
Mr. Fowler, I don't see that I should spend any more time with you.
I mean, but you've seen my resume and my portfolio.
Yes, well, what if I have to see more?
What if you can't? Look, I know this doesn't show you what I can do for Brava.
What will?
You just have to trust me.
Mr. Fowler, where are your paintings?
Mrs. Corey, I'd really rather not discuss my paintings.
The kind of trust you want me to give you goes both ways.
What are you saying?
If you can't trust me to see all of your work, I trust this isn't the job for you, Mr. Fowler.
Is this how it's going to be from now on?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I walk into a room and you don't even look up?
I am not in a great mood. You can take that or leave it. But I guess you've already decided to leave it.
I don't believe this.
Why?
I wouldn't agree to marry you, and now we're not even friends?
Friends? That only happens in the movies.
Vince, I know how angry you are.
No, you don't.
But we work together. We live in the same house.
I've been thinking about all that.
Yes, so have I.
I decided I want you out.
Well, what do you think, Bridget?
Oh, I think you should give it to Wade, dear.
Oh, come on. I kind of like it. What do you think, Uncle Peter?
You have prettier things than that. Come on, I think you better give it to Wade. Look at all these other things you've got.
Hey, what are you wearing a jacket for? It's 85 degrees
Well, we
outside.
were just trying to see if we were going to give it away or not.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. John.
You gotta turn the air conditioning down.
That's not what I had it on for.
Well, it's a shame you all missed the party at the Coreys last night. It was really very nice.
I don't think it's a shame, Peter. We had a lot of other things to do.
Oh.
As a matter of fact, I'd like to speak to you about those other things.
Me?
Well, all of you. There are some problems in this house that need to be resolved. Right now.
Can we stand for this one, Mike, or is there assigned seating?
I'll make a pot of coffee.
No, Bridget. You raised our daughter. You're much more than a housekeeper here. I want you to stay.
Thank you, Mr. Michael.
That's right, Bridget. The rest of us have to stay. So do you.
Well, I would appreciate it if you would cut the sarcasm.
Oh, that's right. The Hudsons must present a united front.
Peter, this is much more than a matter of just the Hudsons or the Loves. We're a family. We're all here under this roof. And it's going to stay that way for a while.
Where's Mom?
She's tired. She hasn't come down yet.
Is this little session her idea?
She had a hard night last night.
Last night was hard on a lot of us.
Sorry I missed it after all.
Look, there has been much too much lying and evasiveness in this house.
You're not talking about me.
No, I'm not pointing a finger at anyone. But I think it's time that this family got honest with each other. Starting now.
It's your house. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, Becky's father's gonna want her back pretty soon. When she goes, I want you gone.
I don't think I like the way you're talking to me.
Oh, that breaks my heart.
Fine, fine. I will be happy to go. I'll also be happy to get another job.
Good.
Would you like me to explain to MJ and Cheryl why I'm leaving?
Oh, I've been explaining things to those girls for 17 years. I think I can do it again.
They're still my children, you know.
Believe me, I know.
I'm still gonna be a part of their lives. A big one.
You could have done that full time.
Do you think that this was easy for me?
I don't know. All I know is that nothing has changed.
I have.
Ha! You keep saying that, but you walked out on me last night just like you walked out before.
I stayed up all night long wondering if I made the right decision. Boy, do I know I did now.
Fine.
How can I live with you? You haven't even forgiven me for what happened before.
Oh, I'd forgiven you. I did a whole lot more than forgive you.
You mean because we were together?
You slept with me. You let me think that I had you back again.
I made a mistake. I'm not perfect. But then that's what you expect, isn't it?
I don't expect anything anymore.
Do you ever stop and think that maybe the problem here is you? I am not what you remember. I am not your property. Maybe the reason nothing's working between us is that you refuse to accept the fact that I'm not a memory, I'm a person.
Mary! Mary!
You won't even consider me without seeing my paintings?
I don't get a clear enough indication of your style from your portfolio.
Well, look, I've been looking for a job. I really didn't have time to bring over a bunch of paintings.
I didn't say you had to.
But you keep saying you want to see them.
I'll go to your studio, wherever the paintings are.
We can't go there.
All right, Mr. Fowler, thank you very much for coming over.
Mrs. Corey, do you know where Tops is?
Of course I do.
I'm staying at the Love Tower. If you can meet me at Tops, I'll bring over some slides.
I don't want to see slides. I want to see the paintings themselves. Tops is a restaurant, Mr. Fowler. I really want to see the paintings.
We can't go to my place. It's a mess.
I don't care about the mess.
I'm staying with a friend. I don't have my own place yet.
Oh. All right, I understand. Well, I don't have a lot of time, but I'll meet you over at Tops in 20 minutes.
Thank you. I'll be there.
You needn't get so defensive about your work. You know, your portfolio shows a lot of talent.
Well, maybe what you take for defensiveness is just confidence.
Yes, I'd like to speak to Mackenzie Corey, please.
At your service.
Oh, never mind. He's here. Thanks. Well, what are you two doing back so soon?
We came home, tell you the good news.
What good news?
I've got a job.
Tell me it's a summer job.
I may stay longer than the summer. I have an in with the boss.
Oh, Mac, you didn't give her a job at Corey?
Yes, isn't it great?
Weekdays on 77.
I can't believe you did this.
Hold it, both of you, hold it. I think you ought to hear the terms of the agreement before you jump to conclusions.
I can't wait.
Amanda has agreed to postpone her no-college decision. In return, she gets to start to work right away at Corey in a position commensurate with her experience.
Which is none.
An entry-level position, Rachel.
Does the term gopher sound familiar to you?
What about college, Mac?
If I hated it, Corey, then I'll go to college.
An entry-level position guarantees college is going to look very, very good.
How does she get into a good college if she postpones the decision?
It's not going to matter. I'm going to love it at Corey, and I'm not going to college.
Oh, Mac.
That doesn't sound like postponing the decision to me.
I can't believe it. I am going to learn the publishing business from the ground up.
You're going to be typing, filing, and answering the phone. You know that.
But it'll give me a great background for whenever I'm a big publishing magnate.
No.
I think your magnet period is a few years off.
I can wait.
It might be boring work, Amanda, You might wish you were going to classes instead of taking shorthand.
Do I have to know shorthand?
Not if you can type.
Oh.
See what I mean?
I can learn shorthand and typing. Anybody can do that, right?
I'm not giving you that job if you don't have the skills.
I'll have the skills, I promise.
Honey, why is this so important to you?
Because I'm going to be a success at Corey Publishing. And I'm going to do it on my own, without the Corey name.
The Corey name got you this job.
All I needed was a chance.
And you made sure you got that, didn't you? Is that all you want from this family?
Hey, Pops, what happened?
Oh, I had an accident.
You were gone when I got up this morning, so was Mama.
Yeah, we had things to do.
Yeah, I bet you did. So, weren't you gonna tell me what happened?
I broke some glass.
No, not that.
What?
Whether I'm gonna be a bridesmaid or not, Pops.
Oh.
You know, I was thinking, we don't have to have a real fancy wedding if you don't want to. In fact, we could even have the reception
There
at
isn't
our
going to
house.
be any wedding.
What?
Your mother decided she didn't want the ring.
But I thought...
I thought too. But your mother thought otherwise.
Maybe she just needs some more time, Pops.
I mentioned that to her, and she turned down that suggestion also.
Doesn't make any sense. Everything was going so well.
Yeah. Listen, you have to understand one thing. She loves you very much. Now, this is just between she and I.
What else does she say?
Look, I know you have a right to hear all that, but I don't want to give you specifics, not now, okay?
Pops, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, me too.
Nothing's going right for us lately, huh?
That's a fact.
I just don't understand, Mama.
You know, the only way you're going to do that is to talk to her.
It's Mary McKinnon.
Is she all right?
I don't know. Mary?
Hi. Hi. I don't know why I'm here. You're closed. You're closed. I'll,
No, wait. Stay. We'll talk.
I've got an assignment I need to look into. I'll be back in an hour.
All right, I'll let you know if I hear anything.
It's nice to see you.
Thanks.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
You know what I like about him?
What?
He has this wonderful way of accepting people for just who they are.
Okay, come on. Sit down. Can I get you some coffee?
No, thank you.
All right, tell me. What's happened?
Oh, Vince.
Yeah, well, I saw your face the other night when he gave you that ring.
I had absolutely no idea he was going to do anything like that.
Something like that. But you know, you've all been through such a terrible time, and, well, it makes people do things impulsively.
I understand that. Why can't he understand what I did?
What did you do?
When we first heard about Kathleen, I was really just... I was lost. I didn't even know how to grieve for her. All that I knew of her was what I'd learned those few months last year.
I know.
Vince had all the old stories. All the details of her. He gave her back to me so that I could start to let her go.
I think that's lovely.
I wanted to be so close to him. I needed him so much. The night before her service, we made love. It was my idea.
Okay. I mean, you are a grown lady, you know.
And it happened again the next night, and then Vince just assumed that we were totally reconciled.
I see.
As if those 17 missing years had not existed. No, things were just gonna go right back to the way they were before.
Honey, he really has never stopped loving you. That's
And
why.
I care for him. But the minute I didn't fall right in with his plans, he got angry.
Mary, I think you need to give him a little more time, that's all.
No, because now I'm angry. He acted as though what we did was just me leading him on. I was hurting. I still am.
Of course you are.
He acted as though I was this calculating, cold-blooded. I was trying to keep the man from being hurt more.
I know that.
Do you want to know the really stupid thing about all of this?
What?
I was beginning to see a future for us. Why did he have to do it that way, in front of everybody?
I think he probably wasn't thinking it. It's because he loves you a lot.
Oh, yeah, he loves me. Long as I'm sweet and domestic and compliant, he's nuts about me then. But let me disagree with him about one little thing.
Well, this is not exactly a little thing.
Doesn't matter. Vince doesn't care about who I am now. He just wants things back the way they were.
Look, I've spent most of my life trying to better myself. And I think that in the process, maybe I became unapproachable, just a bit too difficult. My own brother thinks he has to keep things from me.
Mike, let's not talk about this. Oh, let him. He may be on a roll.
We've had too many warring factions in this house, and it's going to stop.
Might be easier said than done.
Well, be that as it may, Peter, I am willing to try. Are you?
I wasn't speaking of myself.
Who are you speaking of, Reginald? Look, the reason I'm standing here is because Reginald tore this family apart. I am trying to put this family back together again, but what I need to know from you people is there a chance? Can we be a family again?
Right. I think that's a bit strong, Rachel.
You don't think I want to be a Corey?
I don't think you've given much thought to this family since you came back.
Why do you think I don't want to go to college? I've missed all of you. I don't want to go away again.
Nobody forced you to go to boarding school, Amanda.
But I want to be here now, with you and Dad, and Jamie and Matthew and Grandma. I want to work in the family business.
What is all of this about work? Why are you giving up your youth?
I'm 18 years old. I'm tired of education, and I'm tired of being treated like a kid.
Is that how we're treating you?
We wouldn't be good parents if we didn't try to give you good guidance.
But you guys are great parents. I just wish you could have a little faith in me.
We have that.
Mom?
How are you going to get ahead at Corey without using the Corey name?
I'm not going to be Amanda Corey. I'm going to use a different name.
Honey, people are going to recognize you. They know who you are.
But not where I'm going to be. They've never even seen Dad, let alone me.
Did you know about this?
A different name? No, not till this moment.
But I have to do it this way. I don't want people thinking that I got in a pass.
Well, I think that's very commendable.
I think it's a fantasy. She thinks she can start work over there under some phony name, Amanda Brown, and then she thinks in a year she's going
Don't
to take
tell
over
me
the
what
place.
I think.
I gotta go. I have an appointment.
I'm starting work tomorrow.
For the summer. That does not mean you're not going to college in the fall.
You should have heard the things he said to me.
When?
This morning.
Honey, I'm sure he's just very disappointed.
Disappointed is one thing. Rude and nasty is another. He ordered me out of his house.
Now, wait a minute. I don't think that's such a bad idea, at least not for now.
Hey, I thought of it myself. You just should have heard his tone of voice. Talk about your inconsiderate...
Mary, you can use my apartment again.
I can?
Of course you can. I mean, it's just sitting there. You can.
Thank you. It's nice to know I have a place to go.
Good, and now we should put our heads together and see what kind of job you'd like to have.
Well, gee, it's gonna have to be something really exciting and glamorous. It's got to live up to waitressing at Mary's place. He'll probably change the name.
You know, I know you're not going to believe this, but you aren't going to stay this angry at Vince forever.
I don't know about that.
When you calm down, and you will, well, we'll decide what you think you should do with him.
I know what I should do with him.
Mary,
nothing.
please.
It's over.
You'll forgive me if I have a hard time believing that one.
I was very, very attracted to him.
Yes.
The man is loaded with Irish charm, and there's a real intelligence behind all that macho bluster.
Well, you know, his eyes do twinkle when he smiles.
Yeah,
It's true.
yeah, sure. I suppose they do.
In fact, he smiles a lot because he's so in love with you.
I told you what I think he's in love with, Felicia.
Now, Mary, we are friends, so I know how difficult it was for you to sleep down the hall from him all this time. Yeah.
Probably a very good thing that I'm leaving.
Very good. It'll give you time to cool off, both of you.
Vince isn't going to change. I know that now.
Honey, it only happened last night.
It doesn't matter. I am never, ever going to be the woman he wants.
Can't believe it.
Cheryl!
How can you blame Pops for this when it's all your fault?
Well, what I propose is that we start by becoming more open and more honest with each other. What I need to know from you people is, are you willing to do this? John?
Sure, fine.
Okay. Okay, that's one. Peter?
All for one, one for all.
Yeah, sort of.
Well, Michael, I would do anything to make my sister happy.
Do you really mean that, Peter?
Yes, of course I do.
Great.
It's all I've ever wanted, Donna.
It's 1.5.
Look, I got some work to do on the beach house. Let me know how the vote turns out.
Mr. Michael,
Yes, Bridget?
I want you to know how grateful I am that you included me as a member of the family. And I want you to know that all I really want for Victoria is for her to be happy here with you and Miss Donna.
Bridget, you are part of this family, and Donna and I both thank you.
Yes, we do.
I hate to interrupt this touching moment, but I believe I've left my briefcase in the foyer. If you'll excuse me. Great speech, Hudson.
Well, I have to fix lunch. Miss Donna, would a crab salad be all right for lunch
Oh,
today?
Bridget, of course, anything is
All
fine.
right.
Victoria, I know I haven't been a very good mother. It's okay, Donna. I know you've done the best you can.
She's done the best she can. We've all done the best, and we're going to do better, Victoria. I promise you that. Well, you know something? All of a sudden, I feel a heck of a lot better.
You're watching 6'9", 3390.
You didn't have to say all that, you know,
No, I don't know.
about showing me that you love me.
Why not?
Because I know that goes for both of us.
You know, I get the feeling that you may not know how to say it, but I think that you are glad that you're here. Am I right?
Oh, it's okay.
I am so glad you're here.
Really?
Absolutely.
Victoria, I know that we've had a difficult time expressing to you how we feel. I'm so glad you're here, and I just want you to know that I'm not going to hold back anymore. You are to know how much we love you.
I know how you could show me that love.
How?
Not make me come to your office and work.
Sorry, I wouldn't deprive myself of your presence, not for a moment. No, no, no.
Well, it was worth a try anyway.
She has spirit, we have to admit, right?
You know, Michael, when you make out the payroll checks, you are going to pay me something, aren't you?
Okay, something.
Well, when you do, could you make the checks payable to Victoria Hudson?
Victoria, you really wanted...
You want to change your name to Hudson?
Well, all this honesty talk, I must say I am
Hudson.
Oh, honey. Oh. Oh.
That's great.
You know, I just wanted us all to be a matched set.
A match set? I'll tell you what we are. We are a family. That's what we are.
Hi.
Oh, I just about given up on you.
You shouldn't do that. I'm here, and so are the slides. I still think you should go by my layout work, but... So what do you think?
I think you're very talented,
Thank you.
but you're very headstrong.
Oh, you should know something about that.
Yes, but I'm the boss.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Haven't you seen enough?
Look, I think you can do Brava a lot of good. It's in the painting.
But I'm too headstrong.
Yes, very.
Look, can we get this over with? Do I get the job or don't I?
I wish you'd give me a chance to explain.
You don't have to explain anything. I saw Pop's face.
Did you talk to him?
He was so happy when he bought you that ring.
Well, I certainly wish he had discussed it with me first.
He thought that you loved him.
How much did he tell you?
Not much. He was pretty upset.
I'm upset too, Cheryl.
I should have known that you would do this again. I should have known it.
Do what?
Leave us?
Yeah, I thought that's what you were going to say.
Isn't that what you're doing?
I am not ready to agree to marry your father. That has absolutely nothing to do with my feelings for you.
Except that you're moving out of our house.
Because he told me he doesn't want me there.
Do you realize how much you've hurt him?
I don't want to hurt him. I'm trying not to hurt him more in the long run.
What could be so bad about Pops that you couldn't marry him?
There's absolutely nothing. It's not a reason to marry someone, though, because there is nothing so bad about them.
You always did think that you were too good for him.
I ought to slap your face for
Go
that.
ahead.
I understand that you blame me for leaving you when you were a baby. I don't know what happened then. All I know about is now. And now, I'm not going to be pushed into marriage before I know that I am absolutely certain, and your father is absolutely certain of who I am now.
I always thought that you married someone because you thought you loved them.
You can love someone very much, Cheryl, and you can wind up suffocated.
You think that Pops is suffocating you?
I don't mind talking to you about this, but there are things between your father and me which really are private.
Is that it?
Yes, that's it.
I was thinking it's more like you just don't care enough to explain it to me.
I think you're practically an adult, and it's time you started acting like one.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means, why don't you grow up and start thinking about somebody else in this world other than yourself? So...
Never in my life did I think you could ever be this mean.
It makes me very angry when you refuse to see anyone's point of view except your own.
Or Pop's.
I understand your loyalty to your father.
Do you understand why?
Yes, of course I do.
He was everything to me for all those years.
I know that, Cheryl.
He just didn't bring home a paycheck. He was the one who fixed my dolls. He was the one who bandaged my knees. He just happens to be a wonderful man.
I never said he wasn't.
Except that you said that you couldn't live with him.
Because it's not that simple.
Mama, we could have been together again. We could have been a family, but no, you didn't want that.
That's not true.
You're wrong about something. I don't think Pops is perfect. Because he must be blind to think that you could have changed. Because you never will.
Cheryl! Cheryl!
Mary.
How does everything get so messed up?
You want to sit down and talk?
No, I don't. I want to go someplace and be alone. Okay. Thank you for the apartment. I'll call you.
Okay. I didn't know you came back.
Yeah, I've been taking some photographs of the progress on the construction at the convention center.
Well, you can't get a better view of it than right here.
I've just figured that out.
What's it for?
Sunday magazine.
Oh, right.
Something wrong?
No. No, I was thinking about all the problems that people can have.
What people?
Couples.
Oh.
Even couples that everybody thinks are perfect together.
Well, nobody's perfect.
I think you're pretty close to it.
Were you talking about us just now?
Maybe. I don't know, Reg. Do you ever get a little scared?
Sure. But I don't try to worry about the future.
Okay, then what about the present?
I'd say the present is almost perfect.
Yeah. It's about as perfect as it can get, I guess.
So, my lesson would be to enjoy the present and don't worry about the future.
Mom seemed pretty ticked off when she left, huh?
I think that pretty well describes it.
You think she's mad at you, too?
Probably. Thank you.
Does that upset you?
Well, I don't like it, but I've learned that Rachel's anger doesn't necessarily mean the end of the world.
So you're still gonna let me start it, Corey?
I said I would.
Tomorrow?
Rachel and I will work it out.
Thanks. I love you, Dad.
I love you too, darling. And so does your mother.
Yeah, but you understand me.
I do.
Remember when you taught me to ride? You were so patient. You must have found 8 million ways of explaining the same thing to me.
I won't have time for that at Corey, you know.
Mom could never teach me anything. She'd always get so mad when I couldn't do it.
Amanda, your mother is very hard on herself. Sometimes that makes her hard on other people as well.
I just don't understand why she's so hooked on this college bit.
She never had the opportunity to go, and she regrets it.
Well, I just can't be doing everything that she missed.
I know that.
I'm gonna love going to work.
You may hate publishing, you know. It's not all glamorous authors and power lunches.
But you like it, don't you? All of it?
I wouldn't have been doing it this long if I didn't.
Well, I'm like you.
I don't know.
I know. Other people try to tell me I'm like Mom, but I don't think so.
Maybe you just don't see it.
I'm competitive like you.
Well, Rachel is very competitive. That's one of the things that's made her a nationally known sculptor.
And I know what I want, just like you did when you were my age.
I think there are levels of meaning to this conversation that I don't quite comprehend.
I want you to do something for me.
Now I comprehend.
Get Mom off this college thing.
I'm not off this college thing myself.
Dad.
Amanda, you say you want to be independent. You say you want to be treated as an adult.
Well, I do.
Well, then it's up to you to prove to your mother and to me that you shouldn't go to college in the fall.
I had a feeling you were going to say something like that.
And don't try to play me off against your mother, because it will not work.
Don't you think you should answer the phone?
I just want to make sure that's very clear. Corey residence.
Mac.
Are you still mad?
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Guess what?
I can't. What?
I've just interviewed a very talented layout artist.
A gift from heaven. Who is it?
The man I interviewed this morning.
And he's that good?
I think he is. I might regret making this decision so quickly, but I think we should hire him.
Everyone's gone then?
Yeah, I think Donna and Victoria went shopping or something.
You're not going to the office?
No, I thought I'd stay home and do a little work today.
So, Michael, you're really serious about this family thing, aren't you?
Yes, I'm very serious, Peter.
Well, I suppose it hasn't exactly been warm around here.
You're right, it hasn't.
And you're really ready to accept your share of the blame for that?
Are you?
I told you how I feel.
Peter, you and Donna have been through a lot together. You used to be very close.
Used to be?
Until your father came on the scene. And I'm afraid you're going to have to prove to me that you have Donna's best interests at heart still.
Oh, I do. I definitely do.
Well, in that case, I would like you to be with us.
How wonderful of you, Michael.
Peter, your father's going to get rid of you as soon as you're no longer of use to him. Now, I've tried to convince you of that, but to no avail.
Now, don't you worry, Michael. I know exactly what's best for my family. I do.
Hi.
Hi.
What did Peter want?
Oh, you know your brother. He's about as indirect as ever.
No, Victoria seemed happy, didn't she?
Yeah. Yes, she did.
Michael, have you seen John since he left this morning?
No. No, I haven't.
You know, this whole thing about honesty, does that mean you don't believe John?
Well, Donna, look, I believe that John could be mad at me for what I did to the old man.
But you don't think that that's all there is to it?
I am sure that's not all there is to it.
Well, look, you said today that you wanted this whole thing to be a new beginning.
And I do.
Well, then why can't you just let things go? Why can't John just have his secret?
Because, Donna, I want to know what's going on.
Well, how many more scenes like last night can we take?
As many as it takes.
Bridget, have you seen my car keys?
What is it, Victoria?
My car keys.
Yes, dear, they're right there. I mean, I put them right in the desk. They're underneath your glove.
Hi, Pops.
Where have you been?
I just had a couple of errands to run, that's all. You know, Pops, I wish you wouldn't dwell on this.
Who's dwelling? I'm reading.
Since when do you read the fashion section?
Well, you gotta keep up with those hemlines, you know?
Oh, look at the time. You know, the lunch crowd's about to come in.
Honey.
What?
Now, I appreciate you're trying to cheer me up. And to show you how much, here.
What are these?
2 tickets to the concert in the park.
Mozart.
Yeah, why don't you ask a friend?
You were supposed to go with Mama.
I don't think she'll be available, you know?
Why don't you go with me?
What?
Well, you know, you said I could bring a friend.
Oh, now, you really want to take your old man to listen to some long-hair music?
Yes, I do.
Now, you don't have to buck me up, you know. I'm fine.
I know that. So what do you say?
No sad songs for me, huh?
That's right.
Okay, sweetie. You got it, Kate. You know what I mean?
How did it go?
Hey, I still can't believe it, but I think I got me a job.
You're kidding. What did you say to her?
Hello, Mitch.
Rachel.
Do you two know each other?
So don't you worry, okay? Because all of a sudden, I have this feeling that everything is going to work out just fine.
I hope so. I really do.
The original SoapNet show that was nominated for 4 Emmy Awards in its first season, including Best Hosts. Lisa and Ty give you inside access to the world of soaps every weekday at 9 a.m. and 7 p.m. Soap Talk only on SoapNet, the new way to watch soaps.